We're back. And today, we have an episode about, once again, something that's very close to your heart. I mean, we're going to talk about one of your all-time idols.
That's right.
Sylvester Stallone.
That's right.
What do you have to say about Sylvester Stallone?
Well, there's something that no other intellectual, no other pundit, no other fan, I believe, has ever picked up on. The names chosen for the movie characters that he plays. Right. As his star began to ascend, the names became more and more ridiculous, more fictionalized, impossible to even accept, in my personal opinion.
So let me get this straight. You're saying the more popular Sly became, the more ridiculous his characters were named?
Correct.
Like their names?
Correct, their names. It's a very interesting topic. I think it deserves a lot of merit, a lot of consideration.
Profound.
It is.
All right, let's get this started then.
I'm just gonna start quickly.
Okay.
With his most famous character,
Balboa.
Robert Balboa.
What do you mean Robert Balboa?
Robert Balboa is his name. Rocky is the name that his friends and people from his boxing industry knew him as.
I'll give you that. Good start.
It's a good start, right?
We're learning something.
Okay, but
Robert Balboa. Okay.
He wrote
very
this
nicely oiled up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
won an Oscar for this?
Did not win an Oscar for this. Was nominated for a couple of Oscars for this. But not win an Oscar.
Wait, hold on. He won an Oscar for writing this.
He did not. He was nominated.
Mandela effect, I believe.
Best Picture one. He was not. Who wins Best Picture? The producer, right?
Oh, the director.
He was not the director.
Okay, so
he was not the producer. He was the writer.
But it won for Best Picture.
It won for Best Picture, but he was not personally. What's it called? He personally didn't redeem that.
Fine. But it's his breakout role.
It's his breakout role, right?
Okay.
And he did more, in my opinion.
Rocky Balboa, though, not a crazy name, you're saying.
Not a crazy name. He did more for Italian American punchers.
All right, so we're not there. Okay, fine.
Just remember one thing, though. What he said to Tommy Gunn in the best of the Rockies,
sure.
Rocky 5. Okay. What I'm trying to do for you, Tommy, is what Mick's trying to do for me. I'm trying to keep you away from the gangsters and the sharks. What, you think I got no brains? You think I got no brains? Because I knew you. Sorry, I just had to get that out. I'm sorry. I can do it again in English.
No, please. Can we move on to the next slide?
Move on to the next one. No, sorry. Okay. Again, now people don't know this.
What? John Rambo.
Okay. Right. Now I would say this is a ridiculous name because who else is called Rambo, right? Because doesn't sound like a real name.
He came up with that.
John James Rambo. No, he didn't come up with that because actually,
John J.
First Blood.
James, very good.
And you know what?
Good prep work.
Good, thank you. Yeah.
You're getting better at this.
Good piece of.
But you forgot your freaking sunglasses.
I know. Sorry.
All right. Anyway.
So just remember one thing. This is based on a novella, actually.
Okay. So this is not his kind of idea. This film was not his idea.
So I can't blame. I can't criticize or even
the
compliment him. I can't even. I compliment him for great names.
Fine.
Okay, it's a great name. It's a cool name, right? And actually, not Italian American.
No,
it's German Indian extraction.
But of course,
as what's his name? The guy Charles Napier plays him. Murdoch. In Rambo, First Blood Part 2.
I'm not that familiar. No, sorry.
The corrupt bureaucrat.
Right.
And by the way, sorry, excuse me.
All right.
God. But just one thing to remember: he suspected him of foul play early on.
Right.
Because, as he says, you remember Murdoch said he was a 2nd Battalion, 3rd Marine in Khartoum in '66.
Sure.
2nd Battalion, 3rd Marine were in Quid Sank '66. You're the only one I trust.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
Ask me how I live.
How do you live?
Day by day.
All right.
Why are you laughing? It's a war story.
Can we go on to the war? Can we get on with this argument?
You find the rescuing of POWs comical, do you? That's great. Okay. So then Stallone becomes a big star now.
Right. Now
he's in control of production and writing and editing, wardrobe, obviously.
Basically how Tom Cruise is now.
Precisely.
Calling the shots.
Picking
his own character names.
Cobra. This is a great name, okay? But ridiculous name.
What is it?
Marion Cobretti, and from which Cobra is derived.
All right, fine. It's not the most everyday name, I'll give you that.
Okay, Cobretti is like...
And Marion is considered female.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Interesting he picked that.
Okay, fine. Okay. It is interesting. But it comes from Cobra the film, Cobretti.
Yeah.
Beretta.
Cobretti basically... Oh yeah, good point.
Maybe.
So it's like a hybrid of a Cobra and a Beretta.
And does he use a Beretta?
I don't know. Well, there's the gun there. Can you see the gun in play? I don't know. But listen,
just
like
wanna
the get up
you
is
up
very
your prep.
good, huh?
Okay, hold on.
This is where the law
I'll
stops.
give you that.
And I start.
The get up is
Sucker.
The get up is very good because this film is basically him in shades and chewing a matchstick,
Yeah.
and that's the whole film.
You're a disease. I'm the cure.
Exactly.
Yeah. Take down. You remember what the bad guy's name was? The Night Slasher. Guy
The
with
Night
big
Slasher.
chin.
How could I forget? All right.
Very, very good film. And he worked for which department in the
Canon.
squad?
Oh, sorry. I
The
don't
Zombie
know.
Squad.
Zombie Squad. Is this a Canon Productions?
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah,
it is
I
a
think
Canon
it is
Productions.
Canon.
Yeah, it was a
Okay,
big hit,
fine,
by the
fine.
way.
Anyway,
And
yeah, it was a big hit.
it was a big hit.
Made a lot of money.
Yes, it did.
So now he's like, so fine, good, crazy name, big money.
Crazy name. I mean, absurd name, not rooted in reality.
Fine.
Not like John Burton.
Okay.
Which is probably what a real cop's name is.
Sure.
But when you work for the Zombie Squad, you have to have a name like Marion Cobretti.
Sure.
Right. We move on. Oh yes.
I mean, this face is iconic. That lower lip is what's iconic.
And the glistening of the
Look
arm.
into it, UNESCO.
Yeah.
Preserve that shit.
Yeah. No, remember what he said in this. The world meets no one halfway. Oh, that's a synonym for arm wrestling. Like when you're
This
deadlocked
film
in
is over
arm.
the top, correct?
Yes.
Fine.
Okay, and his name in the movie.
Yes.
Lincoln Hawk.
Lincoln Hall.
Now you're not telling me that's a ridiculous name.
I mean,
it's like two
crazy-
surnames back
it's
to
not
back.
the craziest name.
It's a ridiculous. Come on, Lincoln Hawk.
Okay. So,
Alright.
how did Lincoln Hawk do at the
This
box
is
office?
a massive box office flop, but actually,
Yeah.
you should
Not
write
crazy
this,
enough.
Write this down.
I'm on it.
He received $12 million, the highest payday ever at that
What
point.
year?
87?
12 million in 87.
You know what you could buy for that?
Hamalsa. Tell me.
All of Knightsbridge. Did it back then.
All right. Very good. Very
The
good.
world we do not have it. You can do it, kid. I know you can. I wish I had a baseball cap to turn around.
Yeah.
That's when his
Okay, so
his
see,
power was energized
so
like
basically,
He-Man.
the name was not crazy enough.
I think yes, but you maybe could have dialed it up even more.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Like Cobretti.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Okay. And by the way, I was very, very disturbed by this growing up watching it because when he weighs himself, when I was I still am in my bodybuilding phase. Okay.
You haven't peaked yet. You're
No,
you're
yeah,
working towards it.
exactly. He
Mr.
went on
Olympia, watch
he went
out.
on the scales.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure he wanted that.
Yes.
So people.
Yes.
And he looks at the scale. 190, 190 pounds. No way he was ever 190 pounds. And I actually,
what's that in
actually
kilos? I don't know.
tried,
What is that in
Like
kilos?
86.
Oh, so he's like lightweight.
Yeah, but he's definitely not that, by the way.
I mean,
wasn't
lightweight
that
in
big.
bodybuilding terms.
Yeah,
right?
but he wasn't that. He was
Fine.
actually less. He was more like 77.
Fine.
Okay, well, whatever.
Why that matters, God only knows. Let's move on.
Because I think Arnie was basically like, 220.
I mean, that's interesting you bring that up. So, I mean, the competition with Arnie.
Yeah.
What kind of names did Arnie have at that
Good.
time?
Well, he had Dutch from Predator.
Fine.
He had John Matrix in Commando. That's a great name.
Fine.
That's a ridiculous name. And
Okay.
actually, it doesn't even make sense because with his accent, an American name, John
yeah.
Matrix.
So
right?
maybe like the crazy names were just a thing of the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, you had.
Okay, so
you
I've
had,
just debunked your whole argument then.
No, but he had the craziest ones.
Fine,
Save
fine,
for,
fine.
actually, now that I think about it, somebody from the 90s.
I'll let you finish anyway.
Okay,
Ah!
let's go, yeah. Now, this is the intellectual phase.
This is the intellectual phase of Sly, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
When he started like at every interview, every outing, everywhere he went, every movie was wearing the spectacles and the suit
And playing polo.
and the tie pin and doing the art.
Yeah, absolutely.
And philosophizing on different subjects.
Absolutely.
Let's not forget the financial kind of guru he'd become.
Acumen.
Sure.
And he was actually playing to that in this movie.
Right.
With
So it was basically who he was in reality brought into a movie at that time.
Yeah, basically he was like playing like a banker who just was had to get away from like the mundane routine of the financial world and just wanted to become a cop for like the action. Just
Makes
to serve and
sense.
protect. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you, if you were a high-profile banker, wouldn't you want to fight crime on the side?
This film is
He's like a Bruce Wayne. He was like playing Bruce Wayne. Now that I think about it,
It's
yeah.
amazing. Well,
Oh,
anyway,
who
but
knows?
he's not a superhero.
He thinks he is with a name like Ray Tango.
Ray Tango from
Okay.
Tango and Cash.
Yeah. And listen, I'm not going to be too hard on him. And that's a great name, okay? Ridiculous. Who the hell is
I
Tango?
would say it's more
But it's
ridiculous
yeah, go on.
than Lincoln Hawk.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, Tango. Who the hell's called Tango?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
There are people called Hawk.
Let this be the
Would
decider.
it be Ray
Hold
Hawk
on,
or Lincoln
hold on,
Tango?
Hold on.
Yeah.
How did this film do?
Good box office.
There you go. Exactly.
But you had also Kurt Russell providing some good star power as well.
Yes.
And Gabe Cash.
Okay,
great
Cash,
name.
though,
Very cool name.
Cash, though, like regular name. People have that name.
Anyways, he's great. Look, I love this. And, he did have good, like, the extent of the financial advice he had in this film was, when you look at that, sugar is up. I cannot believe it. And what's a margin call? Why? And then his, like, very poorly trained supporting actors says, because your stockbroker's on line 2 and asked. I'm thinking, why would the stockbroker tell the secretary, like, tell him it's a margin call? And I mean, it's just so ridiculous. But anyway, I love this film.
And didn't he like put on some English accent at some point?
Oh yeah.
So, when he
apprehends Rakeen, the ponytail guy, played by Brian James, by the way, a very good character actor. The late Brian James was also a baddie in Another 48 Hours.
Another
48
good
Hours.
Knowledge.
Very good knowledge, and a couple of other films.
Okay.
But Stallone's butchered, sarcastic English accent went a little bit like, shame, don't you know ponytails are out this season? You're right there, Cash.
Okay, so this film made a lot of money.
Sorry. Excuse me.
Go on.
That made a lot of money. Yeah. Now he goes for the comedic turn.
Okay, fine. So he's shifted away from being initially this muscle-bound action star. He then went into like the Wall Street banker cop, intellectual. Yeah. Like, I'm not a meathead anymore.
Correct.
I'm not just, some bulky guy.
Yeah.
I'm smart. Yeah. I use my brain. I'm not like Arnold.
Yes.
But then Arnold's
doing all the comedies now.
And
Twins.
And killing it.
And killing it. Kindergarten Cop. And even like to some extent, I mean, True Lies came after, but like Twins and Kindergarten Cop, right?
Sure.
So,
And so he does this.
He does this. Trying to channel like Gable, Olivier, and co with that get up. But this was actually like did not do well at the box office.
But it was but I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. Okay. It was like a farce.
And his name was in this?
Angelo Snapp's Provolone.
Angelo Snapp's Provolone. Because he do a lot of snaps.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is.
Oof, that was
not a. I mean,
it was a comedy.
Yeah,
it was like a situation comedy. In this door, out comes the other person. Where did he go? Bit of a farce. Type vibe. There's a name for that. I'm sure we'll.
Anyways, it's just a footnote. This name.
Yes, fine.
Here we go. Demolition Man.
Great film.
Great film. We are in agreement here.
Okay. Hold on. How did Snaps? You said it was bombed.
And then
that's kind of out there name.
Yes, it's true.
Yes.
But here he's playing a Roman godlike titular character, John Spartan.
Good name. Strong name.
Come on. I mean, ridiculously strong name.
Fine.
And what's his... Yes, go on.
No. I remember the Wesley Snipes played the bad guy. He also had a crazy name.
Go on.
Something Phoenix.
Simon Phoenix.
Yeah,
I mean, listen.
Simon Phoenix. Good name.
Spartan Phoenix. There's
Spartan and Phoenix.
Some Roman Greek.
Actually, Spartan Phoenix is the name. Spartan Phoenix is the name.
Yeah. That's like Lincoln Hawk.
My first child, Spartan Phoenix.
That's like Lincoln Hawk. The two surnames. I'll call himself John Simon.
I know, but like Spartan Phoenix is crazy. Like Lincoln Hawk,
Yeah, it's a ridiculous. These are ridiculous.
How did this do?
This did a good box office.
Good.
Okay, when you dial up the testosterone on your name to Spartan, you go from Provolone to Spartan.
Fine.
Okay,
fine.
You're gonna get mad props. You're making bank.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Okay, so now he's gone for the scientist.
Oh yes, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What is this film?
The Specialist.
Okay, fine. So he was all about the bomb making. I remember.
Yeah.
So what's his name?
Now this is one of the most ridiculous names. Short, 2 syllables, but ridiculous. Ray Quick. Don't even try and tell me you know anyone with the last name Quick.
Ridiculous.
Come on.
Ray Quick.
Yo that. That's an impression of Rod Steiger, who played the villainous henchman.
Hold on. Why was
Joe Leone.
Was he Ray Quick?
I want my son to be protected 24 hours a day. You rip my heart out. You know what you do? I rip my heart out.
Steiger.
You are supposed to protect him.
Steiger basically plays Tony Montana if he become a grandfather.
Something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
but hold on. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, man.
He's a bomb specialist, diffuser type guy, right?
Yeah, and he speaks very legibly.
Did he do it quickly? Is that the reason behind the name?
Oh, you mean that's why? Well, it would be quite a coincidence if he was very fast at making bombs and like his parents had the foresight to call him, or he didn't have the foresight to call him. His first name wasn't Quick. His last name was Quick.
All right, well, listen, I'm not convinced.
Give me a break.
I'm not convinced.
You know what they say? He spoke good English in this.
Go on.
Don't contact me. I'll contact you. And if this is a setup... kill you.
Okay, very good, great. That's great. All right.
He could put a bomb in your caption. You wouldn't even know it.
Before you phlegm in my eye, can we go on to the next one?
Okay, fine. Were you not sold on the Ray Quick?
No.
All right, from Ray Quick
to
in The Specialist, we go to, in Assassins, Robert Rath.
I mean...
Yeah. I know a lot of people. Yeah, I know a lot of people called Rath.
I'm not saying I know a lot of people called Robert Rath, but like, it's such a like obvious like action star type character name.
He's supposed to play like
killer,
an intellectual. Like,
he's
over the hill, like burned out. Like,
I mean, the way he's dressed, he looks like he's going for the school teacher.
Yeah, like a day
librarian.
A day out of Twickenham. With the suede and the you're right.
The suede blazer.
Interesting, the suede blazer.
We should look into that.
And the tie.
I mean, it's like, assassinate somebody at 9 p.m. and open the library at 8 a.m.
Who's your contractor, Miguelito?
Great.
Did you get that?
Yeah, Miguelito.
Who's your contractor, Miguelito?
Very good. Wait. His name was Robert Rath. You said. Okay, and how did this film do?
Plays a lot of chess online.
Well,
you remember there was
that
sort of symbolism. Like the chessboard was like what do you call it? Playing out in real life with each assassin's move against the other. It's very intellectual.
Young Julianne Moore.
Huh? Yeah, you're right.
First role, I think.
Looks very beautiful.
Major role.
Yeah.
Okay. Robert Roth.
Not a ridiculous name?
I mean, just a bit obvious.
But didn't do well at the box office.
Didn't do well.
No, it didn't do well. Okay.
What do we got next? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember this one.
Daylight,
yeah. Okay.
You remember what he plays in this?
He was like he like saves the day. There's like some natural disaster. They're stuck in a tunnel. It's like
a flood.
It's in New York or something like that. Yeah. And obviously one man can save all the people. And it happens to be...
Oh, yeah. Don't even try and oppose me. Kit Latura.
Okay, where's
you know lots of people called Kit, I imagine.
No.
And the last name Latura. I mean,
it's a ridiculous name.
What is that name? I mean, what is his etymology?
Kit. First of all, Kit is not that uncommon.
For what?
The guy from
Kitty.
Kit Kat, actually. The guy from Game of Thrones was Kit Harington or something.
Okay,
I think. I'm not sure.
What is it short for?
I think it's short for Christopher.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so like Christopher Reeve would have been called Kit Reeve.
Maybe. Anyway, so listen.
Oh, okay.
So Kit, but Latura, ridiculous.
We agree finally.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay, and also like
it does have a nice ring to it.
And by the way, he played like a taxi driver who became like the only man capable of saving New York from being flooded. Okay, like taxi driver. Realistically speaking, taxi driver should be called something like John Burton.
Fine, so he's trying to appeal to the common man here,
but with a superhero's name. I mean, come on.
How did the film do?
Bad. Not good.
Okay, moving on.
Okay. Oh yeah.
This film. I remember watching this film.
We saw it together.
Yes. What year was it?
2001.
Fine. In Whiteley's, I believe.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah, those were the days.
When frickin' it didn't cost you an arm and a leg to go to the cinema.
He wrote this.
Yes.
And he actually referred.
So this must be a good name.
Yes.
Driven. Yes.
Driven. And he actually referred to this as like...
film, I remember.
It was. And it had the coolest trailer ever.
Yeah.
And I remember being so excited by the trailer. I'm like, we've got to see it on opening night, blah, blah. It was terrible. The trailer completely belied the actual end product. But, as he referred to it, I believe on James Lipton,
right,
inside the Actors Studio.
Bouillon de Culture.
Okay. I believe he said, a man does two things in life. He's fighting and he's racing. He's racing, okay? So this was welcome to the human race. I'm racing, like... We're all going racing. Driving,
it's just pure cheese.
Yeah, that's what he said. And the tagline, on the poster was "Welcome to the human race." Okay.
I mean, and you didn't think it was going to be a crap film?
I didn't. I thought it was going to be like a masterpiece. And his name in it was Joe Tanto, aka the Hummer. Joe the Hummer Tanto.
Oh yeah, Joe the Hummer
Tanto. Yeah.
Joe Tanto.
Yeah. Do you know why he was called the Hummer?
The Hummer is his name.
Yeah, the Hummer.
Well, it's not obviously his name, but his
no.
nickname.
But you know what? But
because he drove a Hummer.
No, because when he was driving the Formula One car, he was he would hum in order to like motivate and like fuel himself, like push himself to excellence.
All right.
A bit like the rest of the Ultimate Warrior. When he got like smacked. he would start like shaking the ring ropes and like, you know, power himself,
Sure.
you know.
So
it was like that.
okay.
So when he was out of the race, he'd start humming to get
Form
himself
of
back
meditation.
to get himself back in the race.
Okay, so he was psyching himself
Here's your
up.
head, kid. You remember that? You didn't even understand a single word he
I
said
did
in
not.
this. Yeah.
I felt like the film needed subtitles.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's why you need me
Anyway,
to translate.
listen, I am not convinced by this theory of yours at all, one bit in the slightest. Oh, but was there anything else after this that maybe can like...
Well, actually, then he started pumping out these like sequels and threequels,
Yes.
and blah blah blah.
Rockies,
Rambos, and
Creed.
Rambos. Exactly. There was like 7 of them.
Yes.
And then, but then he did the Expendables, which he also wrote.
No.
Gave himself an unusually like
Must have been something crazy.
downtrodden
Must have been
name.
crazy.
Barney Ross.
Barney Ross.
Yeah.
After Totoro and Tonto and Hummer.
First of all, you should have enough,
And Lincoln and-
enough respect to remember the names. Latura, Wrath, Quick, Provolone,
yeah, sorry,
Cabretti,
Cabretti,
Hawk,
Cabretti,
and
the
who
Hawk.
else are we missing? Tango.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Barney Ross. But actually, I looked it up. An ex-boxer who was
Right.
also a
Barney Ross.
World War II veteran.
So appealing to the common man once again.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, fine.
And he has like 500 million in the bank.
Again, so your argument is hollow.
What do you mean it's hollow? Some of the
the
most
names were
ridiculous
not-
names of all time.
Okay.
By the way, there was a footnote here.
Okay.
Okay, was that Nicolas Cage in the 90s
Sure.
went down this path.
Yes.
Okay. But I don't think Nicolas Cage was actually writing and
Can we have some
insisting-
examples?
Yeah, so Nicolas Cage in that sort of like four-pronged like, you know, assault on action, you know,
Yeah.
the action genre, had the following name: Stanley Goodspeed in The Rock,
Okay.
Cameron Poe in Con Air,
Yeah.
Castor Troy in Face Off.
Okay, now we're talking crazy names.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And Memphis Reigns in Gone in 60 Seconds.
So in conclusion, we should have done this episode about Nicolas Cage.
We could have, but like he did. But you know what? It was too short-lived with Nicolas Cage.
Sure.
It was too short.
Sure.
He actually had a very cool name, by the way, in the David Lynch film Wild at Heart. You remember Wild at Heart?
My hand! My hand!
Yeah. Do you remember what his name was?
What?
Sailor Ripley. Great.
We
name.
should have definitely done this show.
Damn it!
about-
We should have done it. We're
Okay,
going to do
fine,
Nicolas
fine,
Cage
fine,
next.
Fine.
Okay. And we need to conclude.
You're done. Everything's done.
We're done. I'm done. Okay. I don't know
Flop.
if I convinced.
Flop.
I don't know if I convinced anybody.
Flop.
Okay. Do you want to give any last?
Yes. I think it's only right that we're talking about Sly Stallone, that we've talked about another great actor linked to this man,
Yeah.
and that is the late, the great
Carl Weathers, star of Rocky, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4,
Predator.
Action Jackson.
Yes.
Where he played Jericho Jackson, aka Action. Hurricane Smith as well. Chubbs in Happy Gilmore.
One of the best.
And by the way, to honor him having passed away yesterday at, I think he's 76, something
Yeah.
like that. I think it would be prudent to reference very, very relevant lines from Rocky 3 when Rocky
But of
can't
course.
motivate himself.
Go on.
And he feels downtrodden,
Before
doesn't
you
believe in
start-
himself anymore.
Before you start, please like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And turn down the volume, or turn up the volume. There is no tomorrow!
Thank you for that.
And you know what Sly would say to that?
No.
Yeah, you know, keep punching. Keep punching, Apollo. Keep punching.
Goodbye.